Hello, Amy.
Hello. Wait, I see me. I don't see you. Can you see me?
Oh, we're only doing audio?
Oh, okay.
Your husband's name is Dwayne?
Yes.
Okay, I have a friend named Dwight, and for whatever reason, I kind of interchange those names sometimes, so I just wanted to be 100% sure.
Yeah, when I was first dating him, my daughter and I referred to him as Dwight. Like, we couldn't even remember that his name was Dwight.
That's okay.
Oh, wait, Dwayne just woke up. He'll wander over.
What's his name?
His name's Mark. Oh, my God. I wish you had the video, because his hair's all messed up, and he looks like a shriveled up little troll. What was...
Mark's going to hang up on you and say, oh, my God,
He's not
that
gonna
woman
hang up.
is crazy.
He's seen the videos. Look, Dwight, sit down and shut up. Yeah,
We're watching the clock guy.
shut him. Oh, good. He needs, how many more hours do you need to monetize, Dwight?
30.
Like 30?
One.
I know.
Well, how's my hair look? Can he see me?
No, we're not on video. We're just on audio because it's stronger that way. But we're making our own videos.
If you call him Dwight one more time, I think I'm going to have to officially name Dwayne Dwight.
Yeah, I think we should legally change your name because Dwayne's a horrible name and you've never liked it.
Yeah,
Dwight's not a bad name.
Oh, Dwayne's a good name. It's like Dwayne Wayne.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good name.
Dwayne Wayne?
Yeah.
But so I looked you up online. So your show is more usually about psychic phenomenon and
UFOs, paranormal.
Oh, that's cool too.
But one thing I'm finding a lot more interesting for me anyway is I'm finding a lot of YouTube people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're one of the people who I've come across that, I don't know, I just think that the people who listen to my show would find it interesting. I also spoke to competitive eaters, which somehow there has to be a correlation between what you're doing and competitive food eating.
I don't even know what that is. Like a hot dog eating contest? I don't know.
Stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So eating as much as you can in a short amount of time?
Right. And it's insane to watch it. It's kind of disgusting, actually.
I think I could do well at that.
Well, maybe that could be your next career.
I can't, I know. I can't afford the calories, though, but I think I could do it.
You'd be so surprised at how in shape so many of these people are because they find that the smaller they are, body fat-wise, the more they can eat. Because the fat doesn't, I guess, prevent them from filling up their stomach.
I have no ability to feel full. Like, that mechanism in me does not exist. So,
You might be the next eater.
Yeah.
And these people, Matt Stoney has something like 10 million subscribers.
Jeez.
You have a lot of subscribers.
I don't have 10 million.
Not yet.
Not even 100,000. I don't think I'll ever get there, I don't know.
Hello, you are listening to On the Odd. My name is Mark. Today I have a very special guest. Her name is Amy. She's a well-educated professional who has left her day-to-day career to dumpster dive. It is a topic that has fascinated me, and I began watching the freaking Frugal YouTube channel. I'll put a link to it in the show notes. And freaking Frugal is Amy and her husband Dwayne. I didn't expect too much, but much more than entertainment from the freaking Frugal channel. But right away I was taken back with the insane amount of food that is thrown away not only every year, but if you follow her channel, the amount that is thrown away daily. So please welcome to the show Amy from freaking Frugal. How are you, Amy?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Thank you for having me.
My wife and I were up early for whatever reason this morning, and we have kind of different hours in the morning, but we noticed you posted a video, and first thing we do is we'll watch your video and a few other people's videos, almost like YouTube is a channel itself. And that's where I think YouTube is going.
Yeah. I would agree.
How did you get involved in all of this? And
All this YouTube stuff?
I guess YouTube, because you don't just do dumpster diving.
No.
You also
No.
the couponing thing, you do a lot of personal and very private sharing.
Yeah. Well, just a few years ago, I really didn't even know what YouTube was. Like, I never watched YouTube. At some point, we cut our cable, to save money, because basically frugality is my thing. Just got to save money. I was working as a social worker for our state's child protective agency, and as social work jobs go, it pays decently, but I live in New Jersey, and the cost of living is very high, and you social workers just don't make enough to do everything, right? So I always had to be frugal. So I started watching YouTube videos to get frugal tips. So I watched a lot of frugality channels, but I found that they just weren't extreme enough. They were giving kind of the same basic tips over and over, and I wanted the really crazy extreme stuff. So at some juncture I just thought, I should start my own channel because I'm not finding what I need on YouTube, so I will try to offer it. And a couple summers ago, in the summer of 2017, my husband had a surgery because he's got this problem with his aorta. So I was off from work for about 6 months taking care of him and taking care of the home and stuff when he was recuperating from this big surgery down at the, UPenn Hospital in Philly. So while I was home then, that's when I first started the YouTube channel in the summer of 2017 as a basic frugality channel. So frugal tips, recipes, how to lower your heating costs and frugal laundry and, some personal stuff too. I mean, we're pretty much an open book. And
also with a very kind of, a wellness or a holistic lean on it, because a lot of it really does touch upon that. A lot of it is like how to make your own laundry detergent.
Right.
Stuff like that. And stuff like that can be very popular on YouTube. And it looked like you did have a following doing that.
A little bit. I mean, it was growing little by little. I felt that the astounding quality of my videos was not being fully appreciated by the mass audience, but, whatever, little by little. And we had already been dumpster diving, but I have an older daughter who was in college at the time, and she said, don't ever show dumpster diving videos like that. It's so embarrassing. And then one day she finally just said, screw it, who cares? Go ahead and show whatever you want. So we started posting some of the dumpster diving videos, which, the dumpster diving is just one of many frugal things we do, but those were the videos that really became popular and are most watched. So, we got to give the people what they want, so we kind of focus on that now. And they're also kind of our bread and butter. I mean, they get the most views, so that's where the income comes. Because in November of 2018, I quit my day job with the state to just do YouTube as a full-time job now. So, to make money, we focus on the dumpster diving videos.
I mean, I think it takes a lot of nerve to also make this type of shift. Granted, your degrees and stuff like that do remain. It's not like that goes away. But yeah, walking away from a career can be very scary. My wife is also a social worker.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But she actually took, she stepped away from social work and now she's an administrator. She's doing, she's taken it to the next thing because maybe she saw the same thing that you were saying is kind of, you hit a bit of a wall. And there's not too much further you can go.
Right.
But nonetheless, I think that's another reason why she likes you a lot, because maybe she sees eye to eye with you career-wise.
Yeah.
Or she kind of, seen the same type of things that you might have seen.
Right. What kind of social work was she doing before she switched to be more administrative?
She worked in nursing homes.
Oh,
Extended health care and things like that. And she was actually the director of several social workers in Queens.
Oh.
And, she really enjoyed it. But this other opportunity kind of popped up, and that's where she is now. Literally, right now. So, your YouTube channel currently has over 55,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we hit 55,000 yesterday.
And I just think, that's the number. I think 50,000 is the number where, the algorithms start kind of working your way. It's like all of a sudden YouTube starts saying, all right, people are really watching this. That's a lot of people.
I hope so.
And I think that's where, at least I've seen it, where you're probably going to start seeing a lot more people coming over. But just, again, the algorithms keep pushing and pushing and pushing. There are a number of other dumpster divers. I think that you guys are kind of unique. You kind of stick to the point. Your videos are rarely very long,
Yeah.
And you give a warning almost in the beginning, like, hey, we're just going to be talking right now. This is going to be, you refer to yourself and your husband as Frugal Mommy, Frugal Daddy.
Yeah.
And I think that's also kind of endearing.
Some people think it's so weird for me to call him Daddy.
Talking about it first.
Yeah. Well, because, when I first started the channel, I thought maybe we shouldn't use our names and have identifying information. But, I've shown the outside of our house. People know our names now. People know who we are. But So in the beginning, I just referred to us as Frugal Mommy and Frugal Daddy, and the kids as the Frugal Babies.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I just call him Daddy, but people think it's weird because they see like a sexual element and like, ooh, who's your daddy? And it's because we have 7-year-old twins. We have little kids, and when little kids are learning to talk, you just say what they're going to say. So, like, I call my mother, I call my mother Grammy. I call I call my brother Uncle David because that's what my kids call them. So
You call him King David.
I call Prince David, but that's another story. And so we just call each other Mommy and Daddy because that's what our kids call. I mean, if he uses my actual name, I'm like, what? What's the matter? Are you leaving me? What kind of conversation are we having now? Why have you actually said my real name? Like, we never.
Maybe I'm mad. That's how you know when I'm mad.
Yeah, when he uses my full name.
Oh, Dwayne, you don't sound so sick to me.
Well,
He's such a faker.
I just sat down. I'm going to try and...
No, it sucks to have the flu, and especially for me anyway, if I were to start getting sick or anything, I immediately think I have the coronavirus.
Yeah.
We talked
now
about
I know
that
why
before.
you like Amy.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If I have a headache, it's like, oh, I need to make an appointment with a neurologist because clearly I have a brain tumor.
Well, have you been recognized yet in public by complete strangers?
We have, but just other dumpster divers. 4 or 5 times while dumpster diving, we've run into other people at the dumpsters who know us and watch the channel and say, oh, Frugal Mommy, oh my gosh, I watch you all the time. It's so good to meet you. And yeah,
Right.
a few times.
So, one of the things that I was thinking about is, with the popularity of your channel, okay, I mean, if you think about it, 50,000. I mean, when you post a video, you are getting immediate views.
Mm-hmm.
So, with the popularity kind of continuing, are you afraid of it going kind of where couponing went? Because where couponing went is when those couponing shows kind of came on the air, you know, all of these shows. It kind of ruined it in a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
it did. Oh, it absolutely did, I think, because that extreme couponing show was on TLC, and so people got into extreme couponing. I did extreme couponing, but then it gets abused, and the stores change their policies, so you don't have the opportunity to get all the free stuff that you used
like
to.
You have major stores like Aldi. Aldi is a store that you will visit often. You also shop there, but you also visit the dumpster, and they don't even accept coupons.
No, they don't take coupons. I mean, for couponing, you're stuck with your bigger grocery store chains like ShopRite.
As Amy said, it's the abuse. It's not necessarily what she does or what we do. It's more the people that resell the stuff.
Oh yeah, in terms of dumpster diving, yes. I mean, it's definitely getting more mainstream and more popular, and it's so yeah. I mean, I do fear that because it's sort of growing in participation that the stores are gonna start locking their dumpsters.
We don't do that. We don't resell. We donate. We do it from a different. We view it differently. We view it as helping get rid of the food. Instead
the
of
waste.
instead of throwing it away.
Well, I don't think people are
Or
reselling
reputation.
food so much that they're finding, but a lot of dumpster divers don't do food. They do, merchandise from Bed Bath & Beyond or from Best Buy or Big Lots or whatever, non-food items. And they do resell it. They either sell it on eBay or they sell it on Amazon or they have yard sales, which, we don't do. But I think that's where stores have the issue. But also, people will try to return the item to the store. They found the item in the trash, and then they return it to the store for store credit. And we don't do that. I mean,
that's even worse.
That's not
It's immoral.
cool. Yeah, I mean, that really is stealing.
And
to me.
that is going to be dumpster diving's downfall if it ever happens.
I think the whole locking of the dumpsters is pretty much one of the strangest things. Because it also prevents the garbage men from really doing their job in a very timely way. And I would imagine that they would have to leave garbage behind and then come back and it's sitting there rotting.
Yeah, or their store employees just have to know exactly when the garbage men are coming and go out and unlock them. But yeah, locking a dumpster to me is so odd because it's like these people have so much invested in making sure their garbage gets to the landfill. Like they really want to make sure it's polluting the environment and filling up landfills, and some store employees take it so personally, which is also very weird to me because I
see these people on your videos and they come out and it's like this this girl who's maybe the assistant manager of whatever.
Yeah.
And she's looking at you like, you're making my life so horrible right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell do you care? Like,
Yeah. And also, you know, we clear out your dumpster. We make space for more. There's, you know, your dumpster's
I've taken 300 or 400 pounds out sometimes.
Yeah.
Of
holy
things.
cow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unreal, the waste.
When you
Unbelievable.
guys found the, probably 200 loaves of bread or something,
Oh, yeah, that was recent, yeah.
that was, to me, the first time I saw something genuinely shocking.
That was insane, yeah.
It's kind of insulting, too. Because we do have issues where people are going hungry every day. At least that's what I'm hearing, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, that Aldi, every Aldi, it's the same store, but they're different because it depends who works there. That one Aldi is the one where we tend to get caught and told to go away. And that's the one where the manager told us, like, oh, the food in the dumpster is completely inedible. You can't eat that. We donate the good food, which is obviously a load of crap because this bread was fine and was several days before its best by date. And, you know, it was fine. And hundreds of loaves. It was shocking. It was awful.
I can't really find the official word on why they're throwing out these things, especially, you know, sometimes a week or even just a few days before it expires.
Yeah.
They've told us that one woman, remember, she said, you're not going to buy it when you have some milk that you can buy with a week and a half dating as compared to tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, one time we were at a different grocery store and we were in their dumpster as two employees came out with shopping carts full of food to throw away. And one guy was throwing away chicken, which he just let us take. The lady had a shopping cart full of gallons of milk, and she wouldn't let us take it. She said, basically, it's my job to put it in the dumpster, and I'm not going to lose my job, so I'm going to put it in the dumpster. She wasn't telling us don't take it, but just I'm going to do what I have to do and put it in the dumpster. So I was talking to her and helping her put it in the dumpster as I was chatting with her, and then when she was done, I just took it back out of the dumpster. But I said, you know, this hasn't even reached its sell-by date yet. It was 2 or 3 days ahead, and she said, yeah, of course, but the consumer doesn't want to buy milk that's going to expire in 2 days when you can get milk that's dated 2 weeks in the future. So, yes, they throw things away several days before expiration because they just feel the consumer won't want it. And so I know some stores do donate, but I think it's a problem of logistics and manpower, and it's not in the financial interest of the store to donate. I think they get a bigger tax write-off for just trashing the food rather than donating it. And if you're going to donate, you need to pay employees to organize it, and you have to, you know, be coordinated with a food bank that will pick it up, and they have logistics issues with manpower and how much they can pick up. And
right, if somebody happens to get food poisoning or something, they're on the line. And I fully understand that. I think that's an argument that can be made.
Well, no, they're actually not on the line. There's a good there's a Good Samaritan Law, a federal law that's been on the books for quite a long time, basically saying if you donate food in good faith, like as far as you know the food's fine, you're not purposely donating bad food. As long as you think the food's fine, if somebody gets sick from it, you're not liable.
I think that maybe then I got caught up with a lie.
Yeah.
You know, something that has been told to me and I just bought into.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we live in a very litigious society. There's that old lady who burned herself on McDonald's coffee, and she won the lawsuit. I mean, and now they have to write on the cups of coffee that they're hot. Like, duh. That's just a weird world we live in. But yeah, if you went to a food bank and you got food and it made you sick, it's just kind of like your own problem. You just have to have some obviously, if you eat dumpster food, you have to have some common sense about determining what's gone bad and what hasn't. And it's really not hard to tell. These sell-by dates and best-by dates and so forth on packaging, you know, that hasn't been around forever. And human beings have had to figure out when their food is okay and when it's spoiled. And it's not that hard to tell a moldy tomato from a good tomato.
Right. You guys actually just ate 12-year-old cracker, or...
Yeah, we did.
The
Yeah.
other day.
Yes, we did. I don't know where we got that. Obviously out of somebody's trash, but we had these packages of sea rations, like lifeboat rations, and they were 12 years old, and so we thought, okay, well, we better try them with our theory of food doesn't go bad.
Well, I recommend people watch this because this is actually opening up another avenue on the weirdness of YouTube. Because there's a channel I watch called Steve 1989 MRE.
Yeah,
I believe
people told me about him. Yeah.
And yeah, he's eaten
really old food.
Tack, I think, yeah, like stuff
Hardtack?
from the Civil War.
Yeah,
hardtack.
somebody told me he ate food from the Boer War, and I had to look it up. Like, oh my God, when was that? And where do you even get the food? I guess people send it to him. So yeah, 12-year-old sea rations really weren't anything extraordinary compared to that. But I think it's the oldest food we've ever eaten, and they were basically like shortbread bars, just really high fat, high sugar cookies, kind of. To me, they tasted kind of stale, but my husband liked them, and he was happy to just plow through them.
It reminded me of, we went through Hurricane Sandy. I'm sure you guys did too.
Oh, we did.
You're very close to
Absolutely.
And we lost our power for about 2 weeks. And we were just kind of trying to buy a house at the same time. We made a lot of really great, perfectly timed decisions.
Well,
so we went to this place where they were like, we're giving out free food. And we went there, and the guy just loaded up our car with like 2 cases of MREs and gift cards. And I'm just like, this is a really great day.
Yeah, yay.
But we held on to those MREs for a while, and my son and I he's a Boy Scout, so we would kind of make believe, we're ripping it open and camping out and having fun with that. And, these things are very high in calories, and very high in sugar and salt and all of that stuff. But they're kind of, in an emergency situation, these things are really incredible.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, first of all, if you're hungry and you have nothing else, a lot of things start to look pretty good to you. And I know from when I used to go camping, I mean, anything like spaghetti with pine needles in it is pretty tasty. I mean, you get hungry. And certainly if you have your emergency bunker food and whatever, you've had to spend 2 months not going out of your home because coronavirus has killed half the world, and you go through your canned food, you're going to be pretty happy to have those slightly stale, weird 12-year-old high-calorie cookies. I mean, they're survival food. It's not a health food. It's not an Atkins bar, but it's loaded with calories. It'll keep you alive.
Sure. Now, another thing, I brought up the Boy Scouts, but I think that you guys have a similar philosophy, like a leave no trace philosophy.
Yeah.
You respect others' property.
Right.
And I've also seen on other people's channels, I don't know if I've seen it on yours, where they get there and it's just a crap storm. It looks like somebody was there and they threw everything out of there and they just...
Yeah, at certain dumpster areas are just not well maintained at all. There's a Dollar Tree dumpster I go to sometimes, and it's such a mess back there.
Inside and outside.
Yeah.
It's like Dollar Trees are just insane.
Yeah, and then it's up against a chain link fence, so there's all this garbage kind of blown up against that. And I keep thinking, I don't like to, usually their dumpster's full, so it's not like I could really put much more in, but I don't like to stay at a dumpster too long because I'm afraid of getting caught, even though it's not against the law. I just don't want the confrontation with an employee. But I always think, God, I really want to take the time to clean up this dumpster area. And then I thought, maybe I should just get a job at that Dollar Tree for a couple of weeks just so I can be the one who says, you know what, I'm going to go out back and clean up the dumpster area. And then I'll quit. But it irks me. I hate seeing that. Or seeing a ton of cardboard boxes in a garbage dumpster instead of being recycled. But yes, sometimes the area around the dumpster is just disgusting. And besides leave no trace, we try to leave it better than we found it. I mean, that's kind of my philosophy in life is leave the world better than you found it. Leave your dumpster better than you found it. So even if it's just a matter of, oh look, there's whatever, a rotten tomato on the ground that they were throwing out but didn't make it into the dumpster, and I'm on my way out, I'll toss it in and try to leave the area tidier as best I can. Yeah. I don't know how the employees do it. I mean, they do it because they have to. And I've heard comments from so many viewers saying, oh yeah, I used to work at Walmart, or I used to work at this grocery store, and we had to throw all this stuff away, and if we took anything, because they don't let employees take anything, they get fired. One person said that he was throwing out a ham sandwich and just kept it and ate it, and he got fired from Walmart for that. Like, it was garbage. You weren't going to make money off of it. It was like a done deal. It's gone. But the stores really, really don't want their employees to have this stuff.
I don't think either of us could actually do that.
Oh my God, it would kill me. I don't think
I could actually do that.
I'd have it piled up next to the dumpster, hoping the dumpster drivers came, and then I'd get fired. I'd make it one day at a grocery store.
And the legality of all of this is kind of in that gray area. It's not necessarily illegal, but it's not exactly public either, because you are going onto private property, but it's kind of private property that is open to the public.
Well, exactly. I actually did a video on that topic. First I called our governor's office and asked them, is dumpster diving legal in New Jersey. And they looked it up and they said, yes, dumpster diving is completely legal. Great. But they said it could be considered trespassing. So you're not going to, it's not against the law to dumpster dive, but it could be against the law to trespass. Check with your check with your local prosecutor. So then I called our local prosecutor's office and talked to a few people for a while. And yes, the property where the dumpster is owned, but it's not considered private, just like the store of Walmart is owned. But you can walk in there. You're not trespassing. And they said for a dumpster out in a parking lot, out in the open, there's no presumption of privacy. So unless they put a sign on it that says no trespassing or it's locked behind gates, it's fair game. You're not trespassing. And most people don't seem to know that. Employees don't know that because they'll tell us that all the time if they come out and tell us to leave. If they tell us to leave, you got to go because then you're basically trespassing if you don't go. But a lot of times they'll say, oh, you can't do that. We're calling the cops. People love to say that. And we'll say, well, dumpster diving is not against the law in this state. And then they'll go, oh, well, you're trespassing. And I don't want to get into the whole thing of, well, you didn't put a no trespassing sign on your dumpster because I don't want them to put a no trespassing sign on.
Right,
So
it's not the time or the place.
right. We just don't want the confrontation. So we just say, okay, thanks. Have a good day. Bye. And we scoot.
It's also not just human food that you're seeing. You're also seeing pet food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Expensive pet food. Very expensive.
Oh, way more expensive than we buy when we have to buy pet food. Oh, my God. Really top brands.
Yeah. $50 bags
and
instead of
Yeah.
pedigree.
It's, if you're going to rip it open and pour it into a dumpster, I would imagine that you're really opening yourself up to getting things like rodents and bugs.
And maggots,
things that you guys have said you've not seen.
Yeah, we don't tend to see wildlife. I mean, I think one time Frugal Daddy was confronted by a turkey vulture coming out of the dumpsters. He's looking
I do
in.
remember that,
That's a good story. We like that one. And I saw raccoons once. And that's about it. I've never seen mice or rats. Have you seen a squirrel in the dumpster?
Squirrels,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've never seen a squirrel in the dumpster. He has.
All that in our backyards,
Yeah. And I've never seen roaches ever. I mean, in the summer when it's hotter, you're more likely to have flies. You have to.
Bees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
there are normal garbage. It's not.
sure. Yeah. And I've never. It's kind of surprising, but maybe rats just can't climb up the side of the dumpster. Most grocery stores have rodent traps around the perimeter of the store that, like, I never noticed. I never really thought about what they were, but my husband pointed out to me. See that thing? See that black box there? That's a rodent trap. So, maybe that's why we don't really see them in the dumpsters. But yeah, I think if you are going to slash open a bag of dog food and just pour it into the dumpster, you've got to attract raccoons and
especially if
things
it
that can
rains,
climb.
then it just
Then it's mush.
everything's mushy and disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that, the overall waste, I think, is the most disgusting. But one of the things that you mentioned just recently, I don't remember which video, and I really do recommend people go to your channel and just kind of, spend a rainy day going through freaking Frugal. And that's kind of what we did. And
We recommend it too.
but one thing that you mentioned was how Whole Foods is now compacting everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Packaging and all.
Yeah.
So this stuff is ending up in a landfill.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And this is Whole Foods. This
Right.
is the mecca. This was supposed to be the supermarket to end all supermarkets
Right.
because they're doing it right.
Yep.
And then Amazon purchased them.
Yep. And it all changed.
And then I haven't shopped there in a very long time. Has it really changed?
Well, I don't really shop there too much either. I used to really enjoy going to Whole Foods and just kind of wandering around and looking at the food because I couldn't really afford
Like an $8
a whole lot.
grapefruit.
Yeah, exactly. I remember the first time I went in there was a $4 apple. And this was in Princeton, which is a very wealthy town, but still, who can pay $4 for an apple? I mean, Jeff Bezos can, but who else can? And then for a while, it seemed like some of the prices were a little bit more affordable, and I used to buy some stuff there occasionally when I became vegan, just because they had some good vegan selection, and then I stopped going there, and I went there recently because my older daughter wanted something, and I was looking at the prices, and I thought, my God, they've gotten high again. I mean, it's outrageous. You can buy 5 or 6 items, and you're up at $100. It's insane. It's just ridiculous. But if you're a Prime member, you get 1% off, I think. But yeah, I like Trader Joe's. Like if I have to actually pay for food, my preference is to go to Trader Joe's. And I used to think they were kind of comparable to Whole Foods, sort of, but they're much, much, much more affordable.
We have a business license, so we actually go very often to Restaurant Depot, where you can buy things in quantity
Yeah.
with less packaging. So in a way, even though it's not really my focus to be so conservative, I try my best to. It's not like I'm
Right.
changing my oil on the lawn.
Right.
But some people probably do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, places that are these big box stores where you think you're getting things that are in less packaging, there's really a lot more packaging very often.
There's
This
just
is with
that's my area because I sell clocks and I never buy packing or like cardboard
boxes, bubble wrap.
Yeah.
We get all that
That
other
stuff's
stuff.
expensive. If you
What?
go to Staples and buy a roll of bubble wrap,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like
$60. It's
Yeah.
a $60 roll for these two huge things, these two huge rolls. And what happens? There's a furniture store near us, and I go there pretty frequently. And there are boxes inside of boxes, and then each piece of wood, if it's a table or a desk, every box has packing between it. It's
Like
amazing
every
how
piece
much.
that goes into the furniture is packed separately and
inside
individually
that
wrapped.
box.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much
Oh my gosh.
packing goes into those.
And then so many of them don't even recycle the cardboard.
No, I go and take it all the time. They're happy that I take it.
Right. Clears things out for them.
So actually, Dwayne, can I ask you a question about your clocks? Now on YouTube, you're the clock guy.
Yes.
And I'll put a link to your channel as well. But so do you sell these? Do you have like an eBay channel or something, an eBay store rather?
Yes, I sell them on eBay. I don't sell all of them.
You have a lot of clocks.
Yes. That happened because can I tell you my story or no? You
Go ahead. Tell your clock
You
story.
can cut it out. I'm
Stop
sorry.
coughing.
Okay.
That's
Try and get this
unacceptable.
out.
Yeah.
We don't edit on this podcast.
Yeah.
You do?
They're
I
gonna
do
hear
not,
all
I
that.
do not.
They don't.
No, they're gonna
Oh,
hear your
Steve
coughing
said.
and then me bitching at you about the coughing.
Oh.
See, you've
I'm
ruined
sorry. Oh,
his podcast. Just tell your
I know
story.
You guys fight.
I'm sorry.
He's so slow. He can't get a sentence out. It drives me crazy.
Yeah. Well, when I started fooling around with clocks, playing with clocks, tinkering, I noticed that it would cost, say, at least $300 to get a clock serviced or looked at. I don't know. No matter what is wrong with it, they seem to run the price up to about $300. What I noticed is people don't get their clocks fixed because you can buy that clock or something very similar for $40 on eBay. Why spend $300? So I decided that I wasn't going to charge people to fix their clocks. What I do is just ask people, if you have any other clocks, I'll take those as payment possibly. And a good example is someone in town had one clock he wanted fixed, and he gave me 18 of them. And
Oh my God.
yeah, well, every one of them needed something. He couldn't fix them, so they were basically useless to him. And with me, if I fixed 2 or 3 or 4 of them, I could possibly sell them for $200. So I'm making $400 or $600 from this, and it does require me to do some work to them. But it's it's better than charging him $300 to fix one clock, and then he has 18 junk clocks that he's never going to use.
So how did you learn this? I mean, are you a natural troubleshooter?
Yes, that
Absolutely.
is the word, a natural troubleshooter.
He
yeah.
can fix anything.
Yeah. I have
That's
something,
fascinating.
yes,
Yeah.
something inside that just loves to fix things, and it's amazing. I can
fix anything.
Yeah, I say I can fix anything. I mean, I'll do my best.
And
We actually a very similar car. So I saw you guys driving around in an XC90 as well. And it's just very funny to see somebody else using the same exact car. And I noticed that some people had made comments saying, well, I don't know why you're doing this. You're driving around in a luxury car. And then Frugal Mommy addressed that. It's
Yeah.
funny. You don't let things go. And I love that.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
very interactive. You address everything. If somebody has a question, you're not going to just go, well, I'm not comfortable talking about that.
Yeah, and I'm more likely to address the negative stuff. You know, I mean, with a positive comment, I mean, there's, 99.9% positive comments. I have such lovely, supportive viewers, but there are some people who just hate me and they love to leave nasty comments. So those, of course, are the they love it. And of course, those are the comments that I have to like focus on because I focus on the negative. And so a lot of people have made that comment about the car, like, how are you guys frugal driving around in this luxury? I didn't even know it was a luxury vehicle. I mean, we bought it for like $4,000 or something, and it was like 12 years old. I mean, it's.
I think we paid $3,200 for it.
Yeah. So it wasn't like we bought this amazing Volvo SUV brand new because we have all this money. Like, we never buy new cars. We always buy them old, and Dwayne can fix them.
Yeah, I put new front end parts on it, all the suspension, the tie rods, the control arms, bushings.
Wow.
Yeah,
But the XC90 looks kind of, it still looks similar to the one that they're producing today.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably why. People are thinking, oh,
yes,
clearly driving around in like a 19 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, not ever.
So what is next for you guys, do you think? Like, where do you see your channel growing to, and do you have anything that you're going to introduce to the channel? I don't know.
To the moon, Mark, to the moon. I don't really know. It seems that the dumpster diving is the most popular thing we put up. Some people say to me that they miss my cooking videos. So I'll put a cooking video up, but then I'll only get, between 5,000 and 10,000 views as opposed to the 30,000 views a dumpster diving video would bring. And it's as much work. It's sort of not as profitable for me to spend my time doing like a cooking video or frugal tips video. And I don't like to do the same thing over and over again. A lot of the frugal channels are kind of recycling the same recipes and the same advice and the same how-tos. And I get that you get new viewers and people didn't see that video 2 years ago that you did, but I don't know. I just don't I don't like to repeat myself too much, though I do feel sometimes that my dumpster diving videos are just, I don't know, it concerns me that it's like, the same old thing over and over again. And I think the only thing, I mean, it's different food, but it is like, bananas again, bread again. But I think it's my husband and my interaction and what we're joking about and what we're talking about that kind of makes us different, and that's going to be different every time. I think with any YouTube channel, there's got to be this struggle to stay relevant and to not just be doing the same thing over and over. Though some channels are very, I don't have it figured out. Some channels are very successful, it seems like, doing the same thing over and over again. Like there are channels where they make slime, slime that kids like to play with.
Yeah.
And they'll have 50 videos making slime. Like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of slime. I don't really get it. It's just the same thing. Oh, you put glitter in your slime. Oh, wow. But still many views. So I guess if people like slime, then they want to see it over and over again. I don't know. I want to innovate and change and keep things fresh and relevant and interesting at the same time continuing to do dumpster diving. I don't really know how to do. I don't know, Mark. What should I do? What do I change? What do I introduce? I don't know.
I don't have a direct answer, of course, but one thing I also find very interesting with your videos is when you either go to garage sales or you go to the after garage sales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the spring coming up, there'll be a lot, and there are several towns near us where they do a town-wide yard sale. So you'll have 50.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so handy. What a fun day out. So you'll have like 50 families doing yard sales the same day. So we'll go and we'll wander around and look at this and that. But if you time it right and you're there when everything's winding down, a lot of people don't want to bring their unsold items back into the house, so they just drag them out to the curb, and then that's where we and other savvy shoppers swoop in and pick
garage sale nerds.
Yeah, we pick through the free stuff, and oh my gosh, we've gotten great stuff. I mean,
incredible
furniture stuff. And oh gosh, everything that exists. Yeah, every material possession that exists, we've gotten for free. Our one touch screen computer is from the trash.
Yeah,
wow,
that's our best computer.
and it really does speak volumes about the amount of waste that each one of us is responsible for.
It's unbelievable. I think in general, you see a lot of overlap between frugal people and environmentalists, since they're both got conservationist approaches in life. And I've thought sometimes, wow, I wish we could be a no-waste family and just cut our garbage down to nothing. But that's sort of impossible for us because we dumpster dive. So we have all of that packaging and that waste we bring in to try to rescue the item. So, yeah, then we're always going to be recycling and throwing away the packaging.
You just have to do your best.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah,
it.
you do what you can do.
yeah.
Well, Amy, And Dwayne, I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to speak with me today. I find your channel truly fascinating. My wife does as well. And we will be continuing to watch and tell everyone about it, because when I tell people about it, I really tell them about it. I go on and on and on.
Well, thank you.
So that was painless, right?
Yeah. The link to the podcast is in the description box below if you want to check that out. He has several different podcasts. He has this one that has to do with, odd things and the paranormal and so forth. He has a Little House on the Prairie podcast. He's got, we're not allowed to say that? Or
no, I can't wait.
A retro TV show and movie podcast, all sorts of things. So anyway, check out that podcast below. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time we dive.